Tuesday night baseball now from the home of the Twins, Target Field in Minneapolis. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Kansas City Royals and the Minnesota Twins. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Kyle Gibson, the right-hander out of Indiana, will be doing the pitching in this one. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, you take a look right here. Right-handed hitters are hitting less than 250 against him. He's had his way with him.
Lorenzo Cain heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Center fielder, number 6.
And a swing and a miss, so a first pitch strike as we're underway here this evening. And EK, we take a look at the Twins as they begin play here tonight. They're on a nice little run, winners of 4 of their last 5 ball games.
Well, I don't know if it's an old saying or not, but if you can play .750 ball at home, .500 on the road, you'd win 100 games. Well, this has been an .800 homestand for them so far. They're 4-1. They'd love to keep that going here.
Gibson's ready. Here it is on 0-2. Grounded back up the middle. And this goes right through him. And how about that to start a game?
Well, you know, this is a guy who's going to come right at you, even when he's got you down in the count 0-2. Right here he's thinking punch out. But this one bites off a little bit too much of that strike zone, and he squanders that advantage in the count by serving up an 0-2 single to the first batter he faces.
Here's Gerard Dyson. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He'll enter play with that average at a sterling .331. 3 homers and 17 RBIs. Nobody out, runner on first. Chopped foul right at home plate. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And wow, tough to lay off the fastball there, but it's 1-2. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, Matt, there is some feeling that Jansen can struggle occasionally with pitches on the corners. I've seen both hitters and pitchers be confused by his calls on the black at times, so we'll see if that shows up in this one.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. A chance now for a look at the Royals starting lineup. Steve, what are they going to have to do to force a rubber match in this series?
Well, they need to get guys on base, so you need patience at the top of the lineup and then aggressiveness out of the middle of the order once you've got some guys to drive in.
Kendrys Morales will stand in. He comes off an 0-for-4 in last night's ball game.
Well, it seems like it's going from bad to worse. He had a bad day yesterday, and he's hitting under 200 in his last 10.
He's set. Here it comes. Runners off for second. Line toward right center. And that'll split the gap as it should be extra bases. Around third and being waved on home. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score. Throw won't get him.
Well, when you think about it, it's only taken him a few batters to equal what took him 9 innings to produce last time out, and that's the 1 run. They're hoping this one won't be the last one, though, but at least that gets him out to an early 1-0 lead.
Eric Hosmer will stand in, and he wasn't alone in wearing the collar in last night's ball game in which the team could muster all of 1 run. Now Hosmer swings and lifts a high fly ball out to deep right field. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. On the ground up the middle. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at how the Twins stack up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Yeah, Matty, Trevor Plouffe has really come into his own. He's a guy that can play both in the infield and the outfield, but really he thrives at the hot corner. He's got quick reactions, soft hands, just really makes it look easy out there.
Salvador Perez will stand in hoping to turn things around from the loss last night. He was 0 for 4 in that ball game.
Well, kind of more of the same for him, guys. I mean, you can see that he's not sporting the strongest batting average this year.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. One and one, here it is. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul for the second strike. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air, and he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. A run for the Royals on the RBI double. Bottom of the first coming up. It's now 1-0 Royals. Danny Duffy, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, he's got a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, so he's throwing the ball pretty well. We'll see how that translates into this one.
Danny Santana comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Danny Santana.
Takes this the other way to right, but he will come on strong out there in right and pull this one down for the first out. A chance now from Target Field to take a look at the Twins lineup in this one. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Steve?
Well, all they have to do is keep doing what they're doing. This team has a very high average, continuing to hit well as a team, and they'll continue to win games.
Eduardo Escobar will stand in, back in the lineup after getting the night off yesterday. Into the windup and the pitch. Line towards center field. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
A couple of hard-hit balls here to start the inning. Well, the first one found a glove, but not this one, though. He's on with a 1-out single.
Miguel Sano will stand in for the first time with gaudy numbers here in the month as you see him there. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
Well, anybody who calls this place home will tell you this is not a home run hitting park, but it will give up its share of doubles. And this one moves runners to second and third now as they're looking to cash in.
Stepping in now, Jorge Polanco. As he swings at the first pitch and lifts a fly ball out to left field. Jordan has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And with that, let's take a look at the defensive alignment for Kansas City. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, Alcides Escobar out there at that shortstop position in this one. One of the finer defensive players in all the game. Has great range, great athleticism, and an excellent arm. Not afraid to be aggressive. Can't wait to watch him in this one.
Byron Buxton is in now as he watches a pitch for ball one. Eric Karros, we look at the Royals as they enter play here tonight. They've been fairly punchless of late, losing last time out and, in fact, dropping 6 of their last 7.
And it's been a less than amazing start to the road trip, too. They've won just 1 of their first 4 games, so they'll be looking to turn that around here.
Now a ball hit hard but foul as this one forces the third base coach to dance out of danger. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. Line drive to center field, and that's in there, base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third.
It's so important to take advantage of any opportunity that comes your way. Here with 2 outs, that's a big swing of the bat as he's able to pick up the RBI and tie up the ballgame.
Trevor Plouffe will dig in here, and he'll do so with the 8th best average in the American League entering play.
And that is huge for him, too. This is a contract year for him, so he'd love to take those great numbers straight to the negotiating table.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1.
And one thing to keep an eye on as this game goes along, first pitch strikes. The more this guy can work from ahead, the better off he's going to be.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third.
Batting 7.
All right, that's already the 4th hit he's given up in this first inning, and this one's a double. And you start to get the sense that if he doesn't turn it around very soon, he's not going to be out there much longer.
Eddie Rosario will dig in now. Currently 9th in the AL in hitting entering play.
Well, it's still early in this season, but if he keeps this up, he's going to be looking to get paid in the offseason. His contract is up after this year.
Here comes the first pitch. Bullet back up the middle. Kane is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Alex Gordon settles in for his first at-bat, and he'll be looking to break out in this one, not having much success at the plate over the last week and a half.
Gordon.
Gibson steps into his windup. Here comes the first pitch. And that's in there for strike 1.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
And he falls behind 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. Oh no, that screaming comebacker nailed him. Unable to recover, he's safe at first, and now the attention turns back to the guy on the mound. And now they'll hustle out there and attend to their pitcher, and that was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee. But if there's one thing I know about this guy, he will not want to come out of this game, and from all indications, it looks like he's going to try to continue. Settling in now, Mike Moustakas. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First offering on its way. And there he goes towards second. A little bouncer. That rolls foul for strike 1. Snap throw from the catcher. A runner at first with no outs here. And here's a slider. Strike three called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Boy, that's a tight little slider right there. It looked like it was going to be a ball, but then you can see the hard-biting movement come back, and it winds up just catching that outside corner.
Omar Infante will come forward now as we give you a look at his home and away splits so far this year. First delivery to him on the way. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
Oh, and that's a good fastball right there. He might have been thinking about protecting against that sinker.
Runner at first here, one man out. And a sinker's in there for a called strike, and he forges ahead 0-2. Figure we'll probably see a heavy dose of that sinker here tonight.
It's really a pitch he'll lean on, especially when he needs that ground ball, but even in situations like this where he's just trying to get ahead.
The 0-2 home. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. One and two, here it comes. Hit hard down the right field line, but foul. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
The 2-2 pitch. Hit hard to short. Backhanded. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting ninth, shortstop, Alcides Escobar.
So striding in, Alcides Escobar, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here's the first pitch to him. In there at the knees, strike one. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Royals leave 1. They still trail it here 2-1. Eduardo Nunez will stand in. Couple of hits in that ball game last night.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He wanted to go after that one, but that's a good eye to just watch it all the way in.
Hot shot on the ground is short. Escobar fields it cleanly, and he's set down 1 away.
Well, that's a nice job right there to readjust to that curveball. I don't know if he was sitting on it or what, but he certainly hit it hard. Unfortunately for him, right at someone.
Kurt Suzuki will get his first opportunity here, and he enters play 3rd in the American League batting race.
And he's right up there among the RBI leaders, too, so he's dangerous with runners on base.
Oh, and he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1. You get that feeling that'll be a pitch we see a lot of as this game goes along.
And when he's throwing that thing good, a lot of times that's where it winds up. So these guys are going to have to prove they can lay off that thing in the dirt, or they're going to keep seeing it.
Now a line drive that's going to carry over the head of Escobar into left center. A base hit.
Now batting, center fielder, Danny Santana.
Danny Santana stands in for the 2nd time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
Line to the right side, and they will apply the tag between 1st and 2nd. It's a double play, and just like that, the side is retired. We've played 2 full. Minnesota leads this one 2-1. Leading off the inning, Lorenzo Cain, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Gibson gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike 1. Oh and 1, here it comes. Nope. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hopped up, calling for it, Escobar. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Sometimes it's just better to be lucky than good. This ball's not hit hard at all, but it's in a spot where it's going to work out perfectly for him. And he's on base to start this inning with an infield single.
Here's Gerard Dyson. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there, or he'll take advantage.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Hit to first. And he is in there. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kendrys Morales, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
decent numbers, but nothing amazing from the left side of the plate so far this season.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Now with 2 on, nobody out, you got to be thinking strikeout double play out there on the mound. One or the other is what you really need.
First and second here with nobody out. Lifted in the air out to center field. Santana on the move. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with 1 away.
Good job there at second base of doing the math in his head and figuring out he can make it up to third. So that puts runners on the corners now with only 1 away.
So stepping in, Eric Hosmer, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Out in front of it, strike 1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Santana sprinting after it. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. And this will get into the books as a sac fly and an RBI, and we are tied at 2.
Well, you'll see where he winds up making this catch. He goes all the way into the alley to pull it in. There was just no way he was going to be able to get enough on the throw to get him at the plate.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 delivery. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Santana racing back. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3, and we are tied 2-2. Eduardo Escobar digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
First baseman, Eduardo Escobar.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Played on the backhand. Throw over by Infante, and that's out number 1.
Now batting, right fielder, Miguel Sano.
Miguel Sano strides in here. He scored a run after doubling to get on base in his first at-bat.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Well, here we are. It's the second month of the season, and this guy is showing no signs of slowing down. Got himself another multi-hit ball game here.
Into the box, Jorge Polanco. He flew out in his last at-bat. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Shot toward right center. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
You make a mistake up to this guy, he's going to make you pay. This pitch is belt high, and he just jumps all over it and drives it into the alley to put runners on second and third now.
Here's Byron Buxton now. Hard hit ball to second, but there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2.
Well, that's a big break right there that this ball's hit right at him. If this is a few feet in either direction, this might be 2 runs. Instead, that keeps those runners frozen at second and third with 2 outs now.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in. Hits it high and deep out to center field. Kane going back, and the runner from third crosses the plate. The run scores from second. It's 4-2, and he is into second base with a 2-run double.
Oh, and a big swing of the bat right there. He would have loved a 3-run homer, and he didn't miss that one by a whole lot, as this is going to be off the wall out there. But as far as the consolation prize goes, I think he's going to be more than happy to check into second base with a 2-run double.
Standing in now, Eddie Rosario. As he'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1. For Plouffe, he's at second with his 18th double of the year. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. To first. Fielded cleanly by Hosmer, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 3 innings complete. It's the Twins 4 and the Royals 2. Leading off the inning, Alex Gordon, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1.
Boy, he has been a first strike throwing machine, hasn't he? He's hardly been behind in the count all game long.
And a good-looking swing there from Gordon, but he can't come up with it, and it's 0-2 now. It seems like we've seen a lot of guys late on the fastball tonight.
And he's not throwing all that hard either, but when he throws it off the other pitches, that's where it makes it a little more difficult.
And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
And sometimes this is all you have to do. Throw a ton of strikes and keep the ball in the yard. It's worked for him so far.
Mike Moustakas in now. He went down looking at his first trip to the plate.
Well, you know, it never feels good to go down on strikes, especially looking. You wouldn't be surprised to see him be a little more aggressive in this at-bat.
Some movement now in the Minnesota bullpen as a right-hander's up and throwing. Gibson looks in. Here's the first pitch. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. Right side, defense aligned perfectly. Polanco on the grass. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now batting.
Yeah, and he had to range deep for this one. And you've also got to worry about that ball hitting the lip of the outfield grass. So you got to hang with it just like he did, and he made a nice play.
Omar Infante to stand in. As he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And a bit of a high throw that time, but not much problem over there at first, as that will end the inning. KC down in order. Still down by a count of 4-2. Eduardo Nunez is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
First pitch coming. Here it is. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine, but you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
Strike 2 on the curveball. 0-2.
Hard to believe he'd let that one go. I mean, that was right on a platter for him.
Swing and a little blooper to center. Coming in on it is Kane. He can't get there as it falls in. So a base hit for him has him aboard to start out their half of the 4th as we take a look at the league leaderboard in hits.
Yeah, Matt, more of the same for him as he's currently leading the American League in that category. And he's just been punishing mistakes at the plate. It's been impressive to watch him swing the bat so far this year. And he's got another nice game on his hands in this one.
Kurt Suzuki is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
We're in the 4th inning of a 4-2 ball game. Hit hard back up the middle. Escobar on the move. He's got it over to Hosmer, and it's a double play.
This is a nice play up the middle. You can see this ball takes the shortstop right to the bag, so he'll just step on second and fire on to first for the double play.
Danny Santana will stand in for the 3rd time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. 4 runs, 9 hits, and no errors in the ball game for Minnesota. Belted high and deep into right center. Kane ranging back. Gone! Solo shot to right center. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
Boy, the ball is definitely jumping here early. That's the first home run we've seen so far, but it's not the first hard hit ball, and it's looking like it might not be such a good night to be a pitcher.
Eduardo Escobar standing in.
Eduardo Escobar.
In the air now, out to right field. Dyson on the run. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. But the Twins add on thanks to this solo shot. We played 4. It's now 5-2 Minnesota. Alcides Escobar heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
You know, looking back at Escobar's production in the 2015 ALCS, it's a pretty good reason he was named MVP of that series. He hit a blistering .478. That's called carrying a ball club.
And the leadoff man gone now to start the 5th.
Wow, he's using that fastball to devastating effect out there now. So he gets another out here. That's 7 in a row now he's set down.
Lorenzo Cain will be the batter. Couple of singles to his credit thus far.
Well, 2 singles isn't necessarily an eye-catching performance, but hey, I'm sure he's feeling just fine about it.
Starts him out with a slider too low for ball 1. Bat explodes as this has popped up.
Well, you take a swing at a pitch like that, you're lucky that you only got sawed off. He's going to have to go find himself another piece of lumber.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Scooped up on the backhand. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Now batting.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He doesn't really have a chance to set himself up, so this is all arm, but he makes it look routine.
Here's Gerard Dyson. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1.
Well on his way to another good inning right here, and you see the pitch count. It's not even close to being a factor just yet.
One-oh count. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Looked like the slider there. A ball and a strike.
And this has been a common problem for all of these guys. They just can't lay off that pitch down and away.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. To short, hit hard. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Boy, nowhere close with this throw.
Next for the Royals.
Here's another look at first base. I mean, not only is this thing over his head, but You see it take off to the right field side of the bag, so it's not even on target. Very sloppy there. Potentially dangerous, too.
Here's Kendrys Morales. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. Gibson comes set. Here's the 0-1. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
He just might be up there taking pitches, waiting for that base runner to go, but he's not going to be able to take any more.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Reined in. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. 1 error in the inning, but it doesn't hurt him. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Twins 5 and the Royals 2. Miguel Sano comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, you know, he's been on base twice in this one already, so let's see if he can do it again.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. First pitch on its way. Hit high and deep to right center. Ranging back is Dyson. Still going back. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
He's just trying to get a fastball in there to start the inning. Ball winds up getting hit pretty well, but not well enough to do any damage. It's a 1-pitch out.
Jorge Polanco steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. First pitch is a curveball that's inside, 1-0.
Well, you see his pitch count on your screen right there. That's not a mistake. He's been loving those first pitch outs, that's for sure.
Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Still no fastballs in the at-bat. It's been all off speed.
That's definitely by design. He's such a good fastball hitter. You don't want to give in to his strength.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Ball 3. 3-2 now. Byron Buxton is on deck. Right on that pitch that time as he wraps it into center field, a base hit.
I tell you, he has not looked like a 220 hitter to me. This is his second hit of the ball game, and he smoked this one pretty good.
Now here comes Kansas City manager Ned Yost making that slow walk to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. So he'll make his way to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, and he just didn't have his best stuff in this one. Chris Medlin is going to take over here in inning number 5 as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep him in the game here.
Medlin.
Byron Buxton will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away. Pitch out, nothing doing. We're in the 5th inning here. 5-2 is our score. In for a strike. It's 1-1. Rocket to third. In there, a base hit. The relay, and he's safe.
And this usually stems from a guy that's sitting on a fastball. So when he gets that changeup, normally he's so far out on his front foot, he'll just hook it foul. But instead, this time he's able to stay back, keep his hands back just long enough to keep this one fair right down the line.
Here's Trevor Plouffe standing in as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1.
Trying to go front door with that breaking ball started it a little too far inside, though.
Hit hard towards center. That's in there. Base hit. And the run is in to score from third. Now the throw comes in to hold that second runner at third, so they're at the corners now with still only one away.
Man, and what a night. His 4th RBI of the ball game. He's just been on fire with runners on base. They can't get him out.
Eddie Rosario stands in for the 3rd time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. Here comes the 1-0. And he misses low with it. 2-0.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. 2 guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back in. If you're flirting with a little bit of danger now with another ball.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. And a heck of an effort over there at first, but it'll be for naught as this is a foul ball. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Grounded to the right. Hosmer has it. Escobar. And good hustle by the pitcher there on the back end as it's a 3-6-1 double play, and the side is retired. Twins forced to settle for 1. 5 innings complete. It's the Twins 6 and the Royals 2. Back with Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. Matt Vasgersian here as Eric Hosmer gets ready to start things out for Kansas City. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1. For that man right there, you need look back only to his last start to see a performance like the one he's shown here so far.
And well on his way to another great outing. And that's what you get when you mix your speeds and throw a lot of strikes.
And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now. Do you even bother with anything else here?
I sure wouldn't. As a hitter, you're thinking, look for fastball, adjust for an off-speed pitch. And so far in this at-bat, he hasn't made any adjustments.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Chopped foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Just a touch outside, 1-2. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. ready to deliver the 1-2. Right side hit hard. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
One of the first times tonight that they've had their leadoff man on base. Now they've got to find a way to build on it if they want to get back in this thing.
Salvador Perez will dig in again. He popped up in his first plate appearance and flew out last time around.
Well, he's putting the ball in play, but clearly getting under it too much right now. It'd be nice for him to stay through one right here.
He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1.
Salvador Perez is a multiple Gold Glove winner behind the plate, including in 2015, but he can definitely do some damage with the bat as well.
Tap foul at home plate. Yeah, Perez is just a fantastic all-around player, and you know he was the first catcher since 1992 to be named World Series MVP.
Well, Matt, he's what we call TP, total package.
And here's a slider, strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
And that slider's been an effective pitch for him, no doubt. As you take a look there, what his pitch breakdown looks like so far.
Stepping in, Alex Gordon. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating thing to go down looking, but you know what? Everybody does it. So you've got to let that one go and make the next AB count.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
The 2015 regular season was a tough one for Alex Gordon due to those injuries. But he came back strong to contribute in the playoffs to help the Royals bring that World Series championship home.
And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. And thinking back to that Royals World Series title in 2015, there were so many contributors.
And I think that's what Alex Gordon and his teammates really understand completely. If everyone just does their job, you don't need any one player to be superhuman. Really, it's a team sport, and they exemplify exactly that.
The third baseman,
You know, it seems like every time we check these out in show motion, it always looks like the bat breaks the plane. Look here, sure enough, I don't think he holds up in time. Looked to me like that was the right call.
The third baseman, Mike Moustakas, now, as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. One left for Kansas City. They still trail here. It's 6-2. Eduardo Nunez will stand in now to lead things off in the Minnesota sixth.
designated hitter.
Eight, 9, and 1 to start the inning as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
A lot of late movement on that fastball. That nearly came back to the outer edge.
That evens it up 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Drilled right back up the middle, and a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning. So make it 2 hits for him now on the night as this one finds its way into center. And you can see right there he currently holds the top spot in that category on this Minnesota ball club.
Yeah, and when a guy can post numbers like that, his teammates just expect him to produce game after game. He's a hit machine for them.
Kurt Suzuki will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
Now a ball lined hard toward right center. But he'll close fast out there as he puts it away chest high, and the runner will be forced to head back to first.
Wow. And this could have really got this inning off to a great start, but it finds the outfielder's glove out there, and that runner's forced to retreat back to first.
Danny Santana Will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the fourth. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit hard up the middle. And that's in for a base hit. He's 2 for 4 now.
A little bad luck there defensively. If that's hit at an infielder, it's a double play. But instead, now you're in hot water here with one away.
Eduardo Escobar standing in as he'll pick on the first pitch and hit a ground ball towards second. And that's through into center field, base hit. And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
Yeah, he hit a good pitch there. This thing's toward the outside part of the plate, but he stays with it all the way. Uses the big part of the field and gets himself a base hit.
Miguel Sano will dig in here with the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
He's been tough to deal with this year. He's second on the team in RBIs, so this is a golden opportunity.
From the stretch. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
Bases are loaded here, one man out. Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2.
I think he saw stars in his eyes there. He was thinking grand slam on that one.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll make the catch on the warning track as he just stuck his glove up in midair and hoped for the best that time, and there are 2 away now.
Nice play.
Jorge Polanco.
Jorge Polanco digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and just another simple single to the outfield here would be big for these guys. It could score too.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
That's a ball.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
Very tempting up there, but that's also a pitch that a lot of guys will pop up. So that's a nice job of laying off.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. Drilled on the ground to short. There is Escobar. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Twins leave the bases loaded. They lead it 6-2. Welcome back to Target Field here in Minneapolis. Twins on top in this one as we take a look now at our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Brandon Kinsler will come on in relief now as he'll make his 10th appearance of the season.
Brandon Kinsler.
Omar Infante will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. You've got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
Now a step off as they try to get on the same page. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. hit to third. Plouffe has it. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
And even with the new pitcher in there, I think you tip your cap a bit to that starter. I mean, he gutted out 6 tough innings, and he's given his guys a good chance at victory if this bullpen can hold the lead.
Alcides Escobar will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
High pop-up. Rosario coasts under it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Center fielder
And that's telling of how they've swung the bats. This has just been a punchless offense so far. And this pop-up is pretty indicative of their struggles.
Ready now, Lorenzo Cain. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
Yeah, ground out last time, but you know, with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays the game. Put the ball on the ground and force the defense to make a clean, quick play on him, because if they don't, he's safe.
In there, strike one.
And when he's got that slider working the way he wants it, it can be such a weapon for him.
Comes set with the 0-1. Bounced softly in front of the plate. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Yeah. Give him 3 hits now for the ball game. This one's probably the weakest of the bunch, but I doubt he'll be complaining. I know I wouldn't be.
Gerard Dyson will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a first pitch slider is right there for strike one. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. A runner on first with 2 away. Grounded to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Royals leave 1. They still trail here. It's 6-2. Luke Hochevar will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Luke Hochevar.
Byron Buxton ready for another at-bat now. He's 2 for 3 so far. Action in that KC pen now as the right-hander's begun to loosen up. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. Here's a cutter that's off the plate. 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Cut fastball that time, but he doesn't bite, and now it's 3-1. One thing that man right there will not tolerate: leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
And that misses. Ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Trevor Plouffe steps in after hitting an RBI single his last time around. He waits. Now the pitch. Hot shot on the ground is short. Infante for one. On to first, and they get the double play, but boy, was he ever upended at second base.
Shortstop, Eddie Rosario.
Oh, this will be a good look here in show motion. Even in super slow-mo, I think we all know what's running through his mind right here. He knows he's going to get leveled, and this is something right out of a gymnastics class. That one had to hurt.
Eddie Rosario will stand in now with 2 away, and it's back to the drawing board here following the double play.
Yeah, and that was the 3rd of the game so far, and it's going to be really hard to win when you're just giving away outs like that.
He's set, and the pitch. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. In there, and it's even at 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Two out, nobody on. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. Gordon going back. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Twins retired in short order. They lead it 6-2. Kendrys Morales comes to the plate, and he'll start us off in the 8th.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. Set to deliver the 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2. Oh, and 2, here it comes. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. And the throw on to first will take care of him, so he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away. There's a look at our line score, showing the home-standing Twins on top here in Minneapolis as they look to close this one out. Eric Hosmer steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. And he looks at a slider in there. 1-1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. And now a good slider that doesn't quite catch the zone. It's 2-1 now. Here it is. He's fallen behind now. 3-1. Due up next is Salvador Perez. Smoke toward the hole, and this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Yeah, this might have caught a little too much of the inside part of the plate. I think he wants us in a little tighter, but didn't get it in all the way, and it winds up costing him.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. And they go right after him here as he swings and misses. Strike two.
Now you got to beware of that sinker. I mean, he'd take a strikeout right now, but I think he still just wants this guy to hit the ball on the ground.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Oh, and they pulled a string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the second time tonight.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on with two strikes. Because if he gives you that fastball, you'll be an hour late on it. That's a great job of not showing that pitch until he was ready to punch him out.
Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
2 out with the man at first. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike two.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1 left for Kansas City. They still trail here. It's 6-2. Kelvin Herrera is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Kelvin Herrera.
Eduardo Nunez digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat.
Designated hitter, Eduardo Nunez.
First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
And you know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
And a curveball drops in on 2-1. 2-2 now.
Oh, and I like that he went right back to that curveball there after the check swing.
Yeah, you almost got him once. Try it again and see if he can hold off twice.
Push to the right side. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Oh, yeah, he's got that magic wand going now. That's his 3rd hit in 4 trips, all of them singles, and he's been a tough out all game long.
Kurt Suzuki gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Oh, and that liner caught him. Safe after the recovery throw. Good effort, but now we have to wonder whether or not he's going to be okay.
Gotta hope he's okay on the mound.
And now they'll hustle out there and attend to their pitcher, and that was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee. But if there's one thing I know about this guy, he will not want to come out of this game. And from all indications, it looks like he's going to try to continue. Danny Santana gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. Comes set, now the pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. And Gordon's there to take it in for the first out. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
First baseman, number 5. Eduardo Escobar.
Eduardo Escobar will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. Now this is on the ground to first. We'll see if they can get two. And the throw will go to second as they get the force out.
Oh, there is so much that can go wrong with this play right here. This will give us a great angle to look at it. Look where he fields this thing. Then as he goes to throw it, stop it right there. He's got no real direct lane to the bag. Now, we've seen guys screw this up all the time. They throw it off the runner's back. They hit someone's helmet. Anything can go wrong. But he's able to avoid that danger here as he gets that force at second base.
Here's Miguel Sano. Taken high and deep to right. Dyson racing back. Gone. A fence scraper, but still good for 3 runs. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Home run number 16 for him on the year, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
Boy, I want you to check out the location of where this pitch is in the strike zone. It's up and it's right down the middle. I mean, maybe you get away with that to a 220 hitting backup catcher, but not to a guy like this.
Now batting, second baseman, Jorge Polanco.
Into the box, Jorge Polanco. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. That look says it all in the third base dugout.
That's not the look of a guy who's going to be sleeping well tonight, is it?
Here's the 0-1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. A pause, and the 0-2. And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high 1-2.
And I think that might have been a little bit of a purpose pitch right there up in the zone. Now I think he's going to come back down with something to try to get that strikeout.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. That was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
Line drive to left. So he'll add 1 to his total as that falls in. He's got 3 hits in this one.
And from his perspective on the mound, I think that's exactly where he wanted to throw that pitch. You can see it's tailing down and out of the strike zone, but he just sticks his bat out there and winds up taking it the other way.
Here's Byron Buxton now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. Looks like this is going to be one of those times.
That one will get out of play, and the count evens up with 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Kane is after it. And the inning is over. But the Twins do strike for 3, all coming on this 3-run home run. Last chance coming up for the Royals, and it's now a 9-2 ball game. Downtown St. Paul there, not far from us here at Target Field as we're set to begin the 9th inning in this one. Mike Moustakas will stand in now to begin their half of the 9th in a game that was decided long ago.
Yeah, this is mop-up time out there right now, but hey, these at-bats still count against your batting average, so you can't go up there and just mail it in. You've got to see this through right to the end of the game.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. That's right there at the belt. 1-2 now. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. And that's through for his first base hit in this one.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Omar Infante stands into the box. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Oh, and 1 count and the pitch. He takes the changeup the other way out toward right center. And this is hauled in on the run for the out. And he had a lot of ground to cover to get to that one.
Well, this is a situation where a home run here isn't going to tie the game. And he's got to work on just hitting down on the ball and hopefully trying to get on base. Instead, it's just an easy fly ball in a game where they're running out of outs.
Alcides Escobar stands in. He got under one and popped out his last time up.
And last time he popped up a sinker, which is pretty tough to do when you think about it. So you know your swing is off when that happens.
He's set. Now the pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. One-0 pitch is a slider, swung on and missed. 1-1. Hit well on the ground to first. One there on to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
You know, that's one of the toughest double plays to try and turn. They do get the lead runner at second base, but then that return throw to the pitcher covering at first never really had much of a chance.
In now is Lorenzo Cain as he'll take a look at ball 1. And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And that is going to wrap things up as the catch is made, and the Twins have taken games 1 and 2 here at home as this one is over.
Yeah, what a nice job to come in here and finish this one off. And with that, he picks up career save number 1. So nice going.
Well, this one pretty much over before it started as we give you a final look at the line score here in what turned out to be a blowout victory. An entertaining game all in all, so if we have to choose one who stood out among all others, why not go with this man right here? He's our top player of the game.
Well, he winds up with 3/4 of the cycle. Couldn't quite squeeze in the triple, but that's all right. He definitely did enough to earn himself the hardware.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Twins are victorious in this one, 9-2. Good night from Minneapolis.